welcome to Karreen and Company. My name is Karreen Martin. Today we're going to be using a dowsing tool. We're going to be doing a belly button therapy, and what we've chose to help everyone out there with is, if your mind is constantly going, how can you stop it? What are a few things you can do to eliminate all that self-talk, all that inner conflict, and conversations with yourself that repeat day after day after day after day. So this is belly button therapy. You can either put your finger in your belly button directly on your skin or over your clothing. It's whatever your comfort level is. You might find at the end of this video, if you're directly on your skin after you've taken a few breaths when the video's cleared, that your finger still wants to remain inside your belly button. If that's the case, just leave it there and just keep breathing in deep, holding, and a slow, long exhale. This video is going to help not only you, but your biological mother, your biological father, their mothers and fathers. This is really only 5 generations that we're working on clearing this. Sometimes people wonder, why do I do this? Why does this happen? Well, a lot of times it's not really just our stuff. We come in here to help our soul family. Soul family members can be people at work, they can be neighbors, they can be actual family members, they can be friends, and it's not always like a great union. Sometimes it creates static, disharmony. What we're trying to do on a soul level is figure out how we can get along, how we can move past some of these indifferences, and that's what we're going to do today. So my client currently has her finger in her belly button, and all of you out there, this is just not for this soul, but it's for any and every soul listening. I want you to set your intention that if you take a breath deep down, you hold, 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 and give a real nice, slow, long exhale. That this video is especially made for you, your biological mother, father, their mothers and fathers, and I'm going to set the intention for all of us that as we work, that we clear 10, 20, hundreds, thousands of generations, because this isn't actually the first life we've lived, so we have a lot of lifetimes to clear. And even if it seems to be too much for you to understand, just trust that you're open to healing anything hidden, buried, and covered up. You're willing to let your soul identify it, release it, and clear it. So with this is my little dowsing tool. I'm going to just ask, are the souls watching ready? Yes, 80%. So everybody take a breath in, hold. Any worry, any fear you may have, let's just surrender it, because this is an unusual type of healing. Good. So we decided sometimes our mind always goes to negative thoughts, and we don't actually know why this happens, but let's just take a situation. This is going to be a good example. Maybe in the workplace, maybe at home, maybe with a mother, father, a brother, sister, maybe a neighbor. We have a disagreement, and then we run all these thoughts through our mind. Oh, I should have said this, and I should have done that, and why didn't I do this? Let's take a breath and just ask, any disharmonies going on in your life at this time? They be identified, acknowledged, and cleared. Take a breath. I'm going to ask anything hidden, buried, covered up that your soul no longer wants to deal with and doesn't need to deal with for your purpose and path, be identified and removed through your breath. So we're at like 70%. Let's take another breath in and release. Good. Let's clear energies between your biological mother and father. A lot of times we feel overwhelmed. Let's clear the energy of being overwhelmed. Good. And just breathe in and breathe out however you like, whatever makes you comfortable. The deeper you breathe down to the lower dantian, below the umbilicus, and you hold like 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000 to 5, and then a long, slow, healing exhale, it clears. Good. Now what I want to do is I want to clear any fear that may have been gifted to you in the womb, days, weeks, months into your lifetime from your biological mother. Let's go ahead and take a breath in and ask that any fear we're aware of, unaware of, any layers, levels, and lifetimes, that are stuck in our bones, our joints, our blood, our cells, programs, patterns, beliefs, perceptions that we live with and we're unaware of. Let's go ahead and relieve them and release them now. And then I want to do the same for our biological father, his mother and father. I want it to clear like 1, 10, hundreds, thousands of generational stuff that got into the DNA, the coding, the chromosomes. And we're going to willingly let it go, remove it, and release it. A lot of this stuff, whether it's trauma, tragedy, heartache, suffering, sadness, we don't need it. It's not for our highest good. Good. Just keep taking a beautiful breath down in. You're going to let it hold, 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 and then a real nice releasing breath out. I'm going to ask that from any genetic coding you have about worrying, how you worry, how you overthink, that's really a spleen energy and a heart energy, and it can be a liver and gallbladder energy too. So let's ask that at this age in our life, whatever age it is, we've created some patterns and habits about worrying. If you think about it, your mother, your father may worry, siblings may worry. If you have offsprings, they may worry. Let's go ahead and ask that any worry from the bottom of your feet, from the top of your head, from the yin to the yang, let's ask it be removed, released, and cleared. From first incarnation to infinity, and from alpha to omega, I'm going to ask this body, your body, let go of excessive thinking. Sometimes we make excuses as to why we do it. Let's give ourselves permission to let go of all excuses. It's easy to justify why we do it, but I'm going to ask on a soul level that the body stop making reasons and excuses as to why they think, why they feel, why they behave this way. We're really looking for inner peace, inner wisdom, inner clarity. Very good, good. And just keep breathing. I also want to ask that when we come up with another soul, I always call them soul family members whenever there's any disharmony between two souls. It's something that's still playing out from another lifetime. This is why we can't understand why they would say this, why they would do that, why they would behave this way. Let's go ahead and ask for divine forgiveness. Just imagine you and that other soul, when you take the breath in, fill it with love. When you exhale, ask for divine forgiveness from both souls. And let's ask that all the disharmonies, all the misunderstandings that no longer serve for the highest good of your soul or their soul be cleared. So we're at 50%. So let's go in and ask on all layers, levels, lifetimes, past life, parallel universes, other dimensions, any disharmonies you have with all this excessive thinking, whether it's with one person, 2 people, 3 people, I don't care. At each time you take that breath in, think of that one soul. Breathe in a lot of love. As you exhale, divine love, divine healing and forgiveness. If you don't feel a lift off the chest or in the heart, take another breath in, think of that situation and that person, you, and then exhale forgiveness and love. Let's give permission to move past any traumas, any heartaches, any misunderstandings that don't support you any longer in this lifetime. Very good, good. We also want to clear the thought of, why do I always feel like I'm wrong? Why do I always feel as though I attract people who blame me or who shame me? Well, as we clear, we have to remember we're never going to blame or shame anyone. We're always going to take that responsibility, because this is some old soul family energy that we're clearing. Even if you think of that person, you take the breath and you imagine you have 2 etherical cords, and as you exhale, you sever them. You can do the same just through your breath, okay? Let's go in and clear. feeling wrong, being blamed, being reprimanded, being punished. Let's clear that energy. We probably inherited it, not only from past lives, but also in the womb, from our biological mothers and fathers, and then the generations that came before them. You know, life hasn't always been easy. There was a lot of disappointments, a lot of sadness, a lot of grief, a lot of trauma. Let's forgive them as well as we take this breath in. Let's ask that this disharmony be acknowledged, released, and cleared. And let's ask it just be divinely healed. And it's so easy to do just through the breath, touching into the heart, exhaling and inhaling in the lungs, and removing and releasing. Good, great job. For some of us who always feel we have to defend our title, defend the kindness that we have inside, always have to speak up and explain why we've done things, let's stop this behavior. Let's give ourselves permission to trust the divine within, that we work out of love, we work out of knowledge, we work out of joy, we work out of inner peace. And when we meet up with a soul who feels they always want to point the finger, put us down, let's remember, before we finish our day, to breathe in that healing energy, release with love and forgiveness. You can use the infinity sign. You can place you here and that person here. The energy you're both experiencing. So blame. Let's go ahead and clear all blame, any and all shame. Keep breathing. These are just little tricks of the trade you can use. If we always hear we're blaming someone, remember, somewhere, whether it was this lifetime or other lifetimes, we probably did the same to that person. So divine love, divine healing, divine forgiveness. Do it for a couple days and you might find within a week, week and a half, 2 weeks, that the situation totally resolves. And always remember to give thanks, give gratitude, and be open to healing. Be open to letting your life be blessed, filled with joy, filled with happiness, and filled with a lot of self-love, self-value, and self-appreciation. So just keep breathing. I'll let you know when we're ready to move forward. Good. So as you sit here and you breathe in and you exhale, give your body permission, whether you're sitting or lying, to just really melt into the furniture. Really feel the healing energy that you have just spent some very quality time working on. Be well. Please like and subscribe.